कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, अरे कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो। साहब मिले सबूरी में, अरे साहब मिले सबूरी में, मन लागो यार फकीरी में, मन लागो।
Do goals always limit us, or can they be helpful as well? The method is to always ask whose goals. You have done the exercise named Who Am I? You have done the exercise called I in Identities. Right? So you say, do goals always limit us? Do goals exist in vacuum? Or are they always somebody's goals? Answer this. Is a goal that is something that is devoid of a context? Does it hang on a tree? Does it rain from the clouds? Or is it always something attached to something? Right? A goal is always coming from something. It is always belonging to somebody. The moment you say, are goals important? You must always ask, whose goals? Who is the one who is making the target? What is this goal? Is there a goal without a goal-oriented mind? Is there a goal without a goal-oriented mind? Do goals float about in thin air? Are they something hanging in vacuum? So the moment you say goal, you're talking of a mind, right? A mind having particular target. A mind having a particular target. Now, you can take it forward. From where does the mind get that target? From where does the mind get that target? The question has been simply ripped open. You don't need an answer now. The question is gone, dissolved. Where there is a goal, there is a goal maker. And all goals are coming from something that the mind has acquired for its own perpetuation. The mind has been tutored that unless you have a goal, you cannot live. So the mind wants goals. The mistake that the mind makes is that it forgets that the goal is an acquired thing. That the goal is not its essence. That the goal is not its essence. Using the goal, the mind always wants to reach somewhere, right? Where does it want to reach? What does it want? What does the mind want? When I have a goal, I want to reach somewhere. Where do I want to reach? Where do I want to reach?
Basically, if the present is not satisfying, then the future,
so where do I want to reach?
Then I want to reach somewhere in
Where?
the future.
In future, in a place where I can find happiness and contentment. Future.
So the mind says, I want to find happiness, contentment. What is that happiness? What is that happiness that the mind wants to find?
Which is
That
not
is-
there in the present. Which the mind is not experiencing in the present moment, and it is perceiving that in doing that process to achieve that it can.
So one thing is certain, that it is something that the mind is currently not, you said perceiving, let me say experiencing. goal is a guarantee. The presence of goal is a guarantee that the mind is feeling deficient in something. Something is missing. Something is missing. If I say something is missing from my life and I want to bring it to my life, what is the maximum extent to which I can go? Something is missing from your life. What would you want to add to it?
Something.
Tell me, what would you want to add to it?
I will make something.
Like?
I'll make some strategy how to achieve.
Like? What would you want to add to it? Strategy is for a goal. What would be the end? Not the strategy. The end. What would you like to add to the mind? Ultimately, that now this is given. Yes, I have achieved, I have reached, I have obtained.
There is no end.
Still, because you are chasing it, because you say there is a goal, goal means an end. So what is that end? What is it that you ultimately want?
For example, there is a student.
You are there.
I am a student.
Hmm.
I am giving an exam. And I have target that I want to achieve 90+%.
I want to achieve a particular recognition. I want to achieve a particular number. I can ask for money. I can ask for pleasure. Will I ever ask for abracadabra? No. Why will I not ask for abracadabra? I don't know what it is, right? I've never had an experience of it in the past. So everything that I can set in front of my eyes as a goal is something that I have an experience of. Correct? Only that can be a goal of which I already have an experience. Experience means the event has happened sometime in the past. Did the journey come to a stop at that point in time, if it were so fulfilling? Have I ever, even in my experience, have I ever seen the journey coming to a stop after that experience? So whatever I want as a goal is coming from my past, but whenever it has happened in the past, it has not really helped. Had it helped,
It would have been dissolved.
the goal won't exist. Right? So I'm caught in a very peculiar situation. I know I am restless. We are in the environment of goal making. I know I am restless. I speculate what will bring this restlessness to an end, and I start chasing it. However, I also know that the chase is futile because these objects that I am chasing never really bring the chase to an end. So I am caught. And it's a horrible situation. On one hand, I am restlessness. On the other hand, I do not really know what will be the solution of this restlessness. I know only some fake solutions. I know only some false kind of medicines. I do not know any real treatment. Restlessness is there, no doubt. Some kind of medicines have been provided. Some paths have been shown leading to a goal. No doubt about that also. But there is also no doubt that all these paths that have been shown to me, somewhere I realize that these paths do not give me that which I really want. So I'm stuck. What to do? This is the entire environment of goals. I'm not feeling all right. Goals mean I am not feeling all right. I want something in the future. So it's certain I'm not feeling all right. It's also certain that the world is proposing some kind of treatments to me.
it may also possible that I am not very restless. Suppose I have an organization and I am enjoying my work fully. I have a project, I want to complete it at a particular deadline. That is my target. But I am enjoying it.
No, you see, the entire environment that you talked of, I have an organization, I have a deadline, I want to complete it, I am enjoying it. What are we talking of? What kind of mind are we looking at? What kind of mind are we looking at? A mind that is saying that unless I complete this at a particular time, something will go missing.
And I have to enjoy it also. Enjoy it also.
And I have to also enjoy it.
So is it a kind of any compromise that the mind is projecting? With
Chasing
the
goals?
situations, with the external circumstances?
Chasing goals?
Yes.
It's not a compromise. It is the only way that the mind can see. When I am restless, what do? I can't just sit still. I tell myself that how can you sit still? You are not feeling all right. So go ahead and do something. Now what to do, that I do not know. But I have an inventory of memory. I don't know what to do, but I have to do something. So what will I do?
Fetch something from
the memory and start doing it. You know, my neighbor was also not feeling all right. So what did he do? He bought a new car. So I must also get a new car. How much do I have? My God, I only have 4.5 lakhs. But the car that I want to buy, because my neighbor too has bought it, is rupees 8 lakhs. So 4.5 right now, and I have to hit 8 by the end of 2014. And what do I have in my hands now? A goal. A false medicine. The restlessness is there and something has to be done about it. So what do? I invent a goal. I have to do something. I don't know what really to do. So what do? I copy what others are doing. They are having goals. Get a kid by next year end. Get a house. Get a new pair of socks. Maybe that. Any kind of goal may help. Any kind of goal may help. Go to the gym and reduce your weight. Maybe that will feel you better, make you feel better about life. And where do all these goals come from? From my limited inventory that I have. It's like I fell ill in the past. So some of the unused medicines are still lying with me. Have you seen that? Especially in large families, there is always a pool of unused medicines. And there is a drawer in which all these unused medicines are kept. And now somebody falls ill. And you don't know what the illness is. What do? You go there, you open it, you pick anything from there and give it to him. This is how the goal-ridden mind is operating.
And the best part was that he was not ill. So there was no medicine required.
Let's verify the truth of this. Have you ever chased anything? Has anybody, you, me or anybody else, ever chased anything that is different from what the rest of humanity has chased? Has anybody ever chased anything that is different from what the rest of humanity has chased? So the point that we have a limited set of alternatives, a limited set of medicines is proven. Money, respectability, immortality, all kinds of pleasures. That's what we chase. Has anybody ever had any other goal?
No.
From the beginning of history till today, has anybody ever had any other goal? So 4 medicines actually. Feeling restless, chase immortality. I will never die. And how do we chase immortality? Have a large firm, have a large house, produce 10 kids. Or money, or something. These are the things, these are the 4, 5, 10 medicines that we have in our cupboard. And the moment we feel restless, we pull one of them out. That's the environment in which goals operate. I feel sick of myself. So what should I do? I should top my class. I loathe my very existence. So what should I do? I should mug up all the Upanishads. Maybe that will reduce my self-hatred. But that doesn't. Does it? If the remedy were so cheap and so all-pervasive, then everybody would have just gone ahead and mug up the Upanishads and been delivered. This is not how deliverance takes place. So, what is then a goal? Something, an action that arises out of my restlessness. Will we remember this? That's the definition of a goal. What is the goal? Each and every thought and action that arises as a result of my restlessness is a goal. Ostensibly, every goal wants to get rid of the restlessness. So very crisply, we have said that what is a goal? An action that arises out of restlessness. Now there can be another kind of action as well. What kind of action? That arises out of your peacefulness, not your restlessness. That arises out of your stillness. It may look quite similar to a goal-driven action. Just in appearance. Two people are walking on the road. Both are using their legs. So in appearance, both may look the same. But at their essence, these two are very, very different. One is goal-driven, the other is not goal-driven. And when I say goal-driven, go back to the basics. One is arising from restlessness. The other one is not arising from restlessness.
How it will be then goal?
The second is not a goal.
No.
We are talking of actions.
But if we require in the daily life sector particular necessity for survival or something required for the family.
Sir, whatever we really require for our survival, we do it without conflict. Pay attention to this. Whatever is really required for survival is really done without conflict. Breathing, for example. Breathing is never contrived. Or digestion in a healthy body. You don't make a goal to digest the food that goes in. Or simple speaking. Or walking. Such is life. That what you really need is provided by existence itself. You don't have to make a goal for it. It is a given. It is grace. You don't have to work for it. The very idea that living comes at a price is a very flawed idea. The very thought that I must work hard in order to survive is a very self-torturing thought. You have been born out of this soil. You belong here. You don't have to do anything to prove that you belong. You anyway belong. Because you have risen out of this soil and the water and the air. The soil and the water and the air, they take care of you. They are your father and mother. They take care of you. They are the stuff from where this body has arisen, right? When you're talking of needs, you're talking of bodily needs, right?
Right.
The body has arisen from the soil, and the soil will take care of the body. So don't worry. Don't worry at all.
So this don't worry. It means that something blissful, some sacred comes, timeless come within us. Then
No,
we
there is
have
no
to understand
timeless
that.
nothing. Soil. What is timeless in soil? There is the soil. The soil will take care of you.
The world.
The world, yes, the material world. When you're talking of needs, whatever a genuine need is, will always be taken care of. Where there is a goal, there is not a need but a
Desire.
greed. You don't need goals in order to meet your needs. You don't need goals in order to meet your needs. Your needs will be met. The earth takes care of your needs. There are the clouds. There are the trees. There are the animals. They take care of your needs. For your greed, you have to work very hard. Keep working. For that, you need a lot of goals. And even then, the greed is never satiated. Needs are all right. You needed to sit and see how gravity is helping you. Imagine if gravity is not there. You'll have to work very hard just to be located at one point, floating here and there.